So, ladies and gentlemen, Game Club.
Oh, yeah, right.
Each week, we play a video game. We play a chapter or a segment or a timed interval of that video game, and then we talk about it live on stream.
We sure
or on the Discord. So, twitch.tv/StreamVoidPod if you want to get in live with the conversation. This is a game club, which means you are invited to play along with us. In the Discord, down below, there's a post in the forum to let you know how much of that game you should play.
Yes.
And we are moving on after this episode. We wrapped up Death Stranding, and we're moving on to Deus Ex Human Revolution. No, Mankind Divided. That's the one.
Yes.
Which was given away on Epic a couple weeks ago, so you should already own it.
And it's also dirt cheap on Steam, GOG, Xbox.
Yep.
Like under $10.
Yep.
Everywhere.
So if you want to play along with us, join the Discord down below. Join us live in the chat every Sunday at 11 a.m. PST.
Yes, please.
And so, Death Stranding. We've wrapped it up. That's it. It's over.
It's in the bank.
It is in the bank. Big boss battles in this. In this one here.
Yeah.
Let me just bring up the chapters so I remember what to do, what we did.
Basically, we made it all the way to the tar pits, and we have to cross the tar pit to go link up to get Amelie or whatever.
Yeah.
So there's only at this point like 4 missions left, chapters or whatever, and each chapter is like 1 delivery.
Yeah.
So it's like we just wrapped it up because whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever, right?
We could do it.
So when you were going to go across the tar pits, did you hear Die Hardman tell you what to do?
Yeah, he was like, "Oh yeah, just do the thing you did over at the other place."
Yeah. But he takes a bit of time to tell you.
Yeah, well, I was like, I didn't do anything though.
Yeah, but then he tells you again later what you actually have to do. Because he first just sort of like, he's like, check with local people. Maybe they know what you do. And you look in your email and one of the women's like, oh, the tar, sometimes stuff comes out of the tar that's gone into it, over years. It'll spit it back out.
Yep.
It's like, okay. And then he'll be like, oh, yeah, you remember what you did over there? You should do that again. And you're kind of like, what did I do over there?
I'm like, I didn't do anything over there.
And then eventually he'll tell you, oh, yeah, remember when you got sucked into the bad guys and all the buildings came out of the tar?
Yeah.
You should do that again. So that's what you have to do to get across.
That's what you have to do. Like, I was like, I am not waiting for him to tell me what to do. I looked it up.
Yeah.
I was like, I do not have time.
Yeah, it takes probably like 15 and 20 minutes before he tells you, but it's better than other games where it'll be immediately like, hey, do this.
Yeah. So doing this little tar pit section, I was like, oh man, I missed my speed skeleton.
Oh yeah.
Because then I could have just jumped from building to building to building and then done.
That's pretty much what I did. I was just running my way across, just double jumping everywhere. And then you get to the end and Amelie's like standing in the tar and that's weird. I just yeet myself at her and I get slurped into the tar.
Yep.
So it was weird.
And then we get a lot of storyline.
Yeah, man.
Higgs comes out and just monologues for days.
Yeah. That's kind of the way the whole game is, basically. Just no one will shut up. They say so much stuff, but they say nothing at the same time.
Yes.
So
a lot of words for not a lot of information.
Eventually, after you've done everything and beaten the game, Amelie comes out and tells you what was going on. Because the whole thing is you have to stop her from becoming the extinction entity.
Yeah.
And destroying every person, I guess. I don't know.
Well, how did you find the boss battle with Higgs?
Oh, when he's like controlling the giant
giant BT.
How did I find it?
Yeah.
I found it annoyingly long.
Yeah, annoyingly
it took
long,
too
but
long.
Incredibly easy.
It was like no challenge.
Yeah, really easy.
It just was like, oh god, I have to run around here. So even like getting grabbed by the golden boys that were flying around they'd fly down and land and they grab you. It's just like, shake them off, walk away, whatever, who cares?
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, I'm out of whatever gun, rocket launcher, whatever. Oh, there's another one. Pick it up, shoot him a few times.
Yeah.
Put some blood
there's
in
a
me.
lot of rocket launchers being tossed at me, and I was just like, wow, yep, there we go.
I found the actual next fight, or wait, was it before or after? Yeah, after, where you have to take the cryptobiots to get Fragile out of the coma, and you have to fight the whale before you go back to Capital Knot City.
Yeah.
That was more annoying than harder and more annoying than the BT fight.
Yeah.
Because it was just more annoying. And I had nothing on me really.
Yeah, no, me neither.
So I had to like run around and pick up all the shit. When I'm fighting that guy, I was like, oh, I know something's gonna happen. So I had like 2 bazookas and I had like guns and all this shit.
On that fight, I essentially just stood on a building or on a like vehicle that was bobbing in and out of the tower, and someone would always just toss me stuff.
Yeah.
And I just stood there and shot it.
I just climbed on buildings and stuff and whatever.
It didn't really attack me at all.
Yeah, it kept flying over me and dropping turds on me and knocking me off the building and stuff like that.
I didn't even have that happen. I was like, what is its attack?
Yeah, the first time he bombed me so many times, he broke the canister, so I had to do it all again.
Oh no.
Yeah, that sucked, but whatever. But I did find in that battle, I was like, I never really used the BT handgun.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing you should be using.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just charge up the level 2 one, and it was like just fires a million miles away and does all this damage to it.
There's a charge up?
Yeah, you can either fire or hold down R2 and it'll be like do 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 do.
Oh wow, yeah, I never used the handgun.
Yeah, I only used it because that's all I had.
Oh,
because they were throwing BT handguns at me.
Huh.
So I was like, oh, what's this? And it worked really good. I did use it also when I was coming down through the mountain and all those floating poos were in the sky.
Yeah.
The first time I shot them all with the assault rifle.
Yeah.
And then what happened there? I think you have to go all the way back there to do the delivery for the cryptobiots.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to do it all again. So the second time I tried the BT handgun and I would charge it up and it would like explode them into the 2 pieces. And then if you shot the second one, it would explode and blow up all the ones around it and stuff.
Yeah.
But then I was like, these things are slow moving. So I just hopped on my bike and was like, just drove through. I didn't shoot any of them.
Yeah. The first time, when I was there, when I first got to that little zone, I started shooting them all.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, I'm going to run out of ammo doing this. And then I just hopped on my bike and just drove all the way through.
Yeah.
Easy peasy.
I know. It was so stupid. But yeah, it gets to the point where I guess it's just like, it's poor storytelling when you have to explain this. You finish the game and then the game has to tell you what happened in like an hour-long cutscene.
A 2-hour-long cutscene.
It's like, oh
almost
my
3-hour-long
God,
cutscene.
this is just bad.
Yeah. It was funny when you go to the beach, Amelie's beach with Higgs.
Yeah.
Somewhere around there. I don't know what she said.
Fight.
She was like, what took you so long? Sam, what took you so long?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I had to walk across America. Damn it.
Yeah.
That's what took me so long.
Exactly. Exactly. But the thing is too, is that I also just started the game over after to see what was, and right at the start of the game, like when, what's her name? Not Amelie, but like her, because that's the thing is Amelie and what's her name are the same.
Yeah,
they just got
Amelie
split
and
into
Bridget
2.
Bridget. They're
one's hot. One's
Amelie's
cock.
her soul, and Bridget is the physical body.
Yeah. When you replay the start where Bridget's dying, there's a part where she's dying and she's like, I love you, Sam. And then it cuts to Amelie as her and she says, I'll be waiting for you on the beach.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what she is basically. It's like, anyways, that part of the cutscene is like as him as a baby as well. Yeah. She says the same thing. Yeah. So it's like time is moving weird for her. So that's part of the reason why she's like, what took you so long? It's like, well, bitch, like, you've been here for 50 fucking years. Yeah. Like, sorry, it took me so long to grow up and get here.
Yeah, right.
But she tells the whole story about like, because there was no like, there was vague, like, as you think back to it, it'll be like vague sort of like things like, hey, no one's ever actually seen Amelie. It's like, well, I saw her. No, but no one's seen her outside of the beach. Like, oh, is she real? It's like, well, you said you sent her out west.
Yeah,
like,
on the first
But then
mission.
It's like, oh, but yeah, everyone died that went with her, so they never saw it because they knew she wasn't real or whatever. Yeah, they all died. And she's like, what the fuck is going on here? And then it's like they show. So, anyways, it's just so convoluted. What's going on here? It's like, oh, so is Cliff Sam's dad? Yep. But Sam is also the bridge baby at the same time?
I think so.
Very Christ figure-ish.
My theory Sam is not the bridge baby, but the bridge baby is a clone of Sam. So they've to make the bridge babies, they've been cloning them and impregnating the still mothers to give birth to them.
Oh, okay.
That's my theory now.
Who the fuck
Sam
knows?
Yeah, Sam is the OG bridge baby.
Yeah.
So he's Clifford Unger's son and Lisa Bridges' son.
Yeah.
The end scene, they go back and they play the same stuff over and over again at the end here.
Yeah.
So that it really hammers in what the hell is actually happening. So you see through, like, every time you come out of when you're playing the game, every time you come out of your room and you plug into BB, you get a flashback, but it's not. But I think because the BB is a clone of Sam, that's why he can access its memories.
Okay.
So it's accessing those memories from when Sam was the BB.
But doesn't Deadman say he saw a flashback when he had the baby?
Maybe.
I can't remember.
But yeah, I think the BB, because it's a clone of Sam.
Well, the other thing too is like the BB's female. Because at the end, I don't know if after the credits, if you didn't watch, there's a small cutscene where he's like, they show Sam's hand on top of the picture.
And he's like Louise.
He's like Louise.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So maybe not then. Maybe plugging into the BB is just he accesses his own memories.
Yeah. So anyway, again, it's just like, what the fuck is going on here?
The five floating people now make sense.
Sort of.
Because those are the 5 extinction events that have happened over the years.
But it's also, he has 5 pals waiting for him.
Oh, he does have 5 pals waiting for him.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure those are supposed to represent the 5 extinction events.
But that's also the thing when he's walking towards them and you hear him like, he's over here, Sam, come here, Sam, we're over here. And then you see the 5 guys in the sky.
But those voices are coming from behind you.
Well, no, they were, on my headset, I heard them all around me. So
I heard them behind, but when I turned around, they were still behind.
Oh, okay. But that's also the first scene in the game when you come out of the cave with Fragile. You could see the 5 of them in the sky.
Yeah.
So anyways,
I think that, they make sense now. The whole the fight with Clifford, the fight with Higgs. You get in a fight with Higgs.
I enjoyed that.
That was fun. Where I didn't know what to do. I was like throwing things at him. I'm like, what the hell? As soon as
I got in there, I was like, oh, okay, I have no weapons. Okay, there's junk all around. Let me throw a box at him and then go punch him.
Yeah.
So I threw him, hit him with a box. He'd be like, ugh, and then I'd be like, just punching him a bunch.
That go, like, you have to do that sequence for so long. I was like, do I need to rope him?
Oh yeah, I thought that too. I thought about that too, but I was like, no, it seems like punching seems to be.
Yeah, because you can sneak up on him.
Yeah.
But then he instant spins and starts shooting you.
Yeah. So I just threw junk in him, and I would be like, oh, there's a broken PlayStation here.
Yeah, I saw that too. I was like, oh, broken PlayStation.
Throw that at him.
And after that fight, you rescue Amelie, and and then she says the whole story.
Yeah.
And then you're stuck on your beach.
And
the credits start to roll, and you're like, okay, is this the end of the game? Like, how do I get through this? And then you get up, you start walking, and you get so far, and then you just get teleported back to the center of your beach, and then Amelie comes out, says some more stuff,
more bullshit,
and then more credits roll, and you're like, okay, I know there's more chapters after this, so and then I get up, start walking around, get teleported back, and then Amelie comes out, like, well, this is. What is happening? This is awful. Like, and then the full credits start rolling, but like not black screen full credits. I'm like,
they roll 3 times. The credits roll 3 times.
God,
it was like, okay, they want to split up the cutscene so they give you control, but like, don't make me walk like a minute away before I get teleported back.
Yeah,
like maybe walk 10 feet or whatever.
Just tell me. Don't even make me walk. Just tell me the whole story right here.
Anyways, that was the part where I was like, oh, they're explaining the whole what happened here. But then it was also like, well, why was Hartman not split into a Ha and a Ka?
Yeah.
Like, why was it just Amelie? Because she has dooms?
Because she doesn't have dooms, because she is the extinction event.
Okay. Because Hartman exact same thing happened to Hartman. He was on the surgery table. He died and then got brought back during the Death Stranding.
Yeah.
Which is what happened with Amelie. Anyways. And then
he's got dooms.
Yeah. The other thing too is like, oh, Amelie, like aim is lie in French. Or, no, soul in French.
Yeah. She's a
Like,
soul
oh
lie.
my god. This
So
is
her-
so stupid.
The whole thing is that she was in control of everything. In control of Higgs, in control of Clifford.
Yeah, she gave Higgs his power because that's her, I guess, destiny is to become the extinction event. Though she doesn't want to, but she can't stop it. So she has Sam was the one that's supposed to stop it. And she's tried to tell Sam how to do it since he was a kid, but she can't tell him outright. She has to just sort of like trick him into doing it.
So when you get, after you do the fight with Higgs, you get teleported to Amelie's beach.
Yes.
And you get the whole storyline about, you got to stop me. Here's a gun.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. So I shoot her a bunch. Nothing happens.
Nothing happens.
And I'm like, okay, well, I run after her. And I'm like, okay.
guess
And
I'll
I get
give her
ahead
a
of her
hug.
and I go out into the
Eventually,
ocean.
it's like, give her a hug.
Yeah. I went through that sequence like 4 or 5 times before I could actually hug her.
Oh, really?
Even though I was up close to her, the prompt didn't come up.
Oh, weird.
So I don't know if it was something I was doing to make that prompt not come out.
I don't know. I shot her and then I ran up to her and I was like pointing the gun in her face, just like, well, what am I supposed to do here? And then the button came up like, give her a hug. And I was like, all right, I'll hug her.
I was like getting in her face, like in front of her, and she was just like, shove. And you'd like
she
get
never shoved me
back.
away. So yeah, we give her a hug and then she's like, I guess I won't destroy humanity. But then Sam's stuck on the beach and he's all gray because he's like dead.
Yeah. And that's when we have to do the walk around.
Yeah.
Credits garbage.
And then, yeah, that was the other thing too. It was like, okay, we have to go. How did it even work? Why did we? I don't even remember what was the deal, but like, we have to get back to Port Knot City or somewhere, but Fragile can't teleport us because it's too draining on her.
Yeah,
but
she teleported
everybody
everyone
else.
back. And that, it's too hard now.
Yeah. Oh my God. It's so stupid.
Yeah, so now you gotta walk all the way back. Yeah. So if you've set up your network correctly, it was super
I
easy.
ziplined all the way back. That was no problem, but it was still just like, what the frig, man?
There is a whole, I can't remember when the hell this sequence happens, if it's after you've died or what, but when you go in to fight Clifford again in the past.
Oh yeah.
The war
it's
beach.
Like Vietnam.
Yeah, and it's super easy.
Yeah. I was trying other weapons on those guys this time just to see. I threw grenades at them and stuff.
Yeah.
They didn't really do anything. Yeah, I liked how the wars were different wars. Or his flashbacks. It started World War I, then it was II, and then it was Vietnam.
Yeah.
But that would mean he was like a billion years old.
Yeah. I think it's just he was Vietnam.
I don't even think he would have been Vietnam.
No?
Like, no.
Oh, yeah, I guess not.
Like, maybe it wasn't Vietnam. Or
I think
maybe it wasn't World War I and World War II. Or maybe he just knows it's like historical wars that he just goes to.
He just goes to the historical war beach.
There's no way he could have been in all 3 wars.
No, definitely
even
not.
Vietnam War would be a stretch for a man as old as Mads Mikkelsen
it's
in
like,
this timeline.
Yeah, because it's like whatever year it is. I don't know what year.
But like Vietnam War was like the 60s.
Yeah.
So this is obviously past 2020.
Yeah.
So it would have been like 80 years old, 90 years old. Like, no, I don't think so. Yeah, it was just like, he just has a lot of interesting ideas and doesn't really know how to do it. He really likes to see his name up there in the lights. It said like produced and written by Hideo Kojima like 4 times.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
I mean, he rolled credits so many times. It's like crazy.
The one thing I did notice in the credits was funny is it said like the voice actor for Clifford Unger's effort sounds was another guy. It's like effort sounds. Yeah, it was like Mads Mikkelsen wouldn't do grunting or something like that. So they had to have someone else record grunts. I don't know.
So when we actually get to see what happened with Clifford Unger's escape with the BB, with Sam, I liked that whole part. I thought that was great.
Yeah, it was interesting.
I thought it was really good.
That was also why it sort of implied to me that BB was Sam before he was revealed to be Sam.
Yeah.
Is because he's there in the cutscene, like in between Unger and like Die Hardman.
Yeah.
Where a BB it was, you know? So, I liked it when you were BB, like, floating around the hallway.
Yeah.
That was weird. So all this weird shit. The other thing too is like, I don't know if they ever show Sam's stomach in the game because he has the cut on his stomach.
Yeah, no, I don't think they do.
Which is what the doll has on him.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyways, it's very weird.
Yeah, very, very weird.
But yeah, the ending was just, I was sitting there like, oh my God.
I know. I was just like, oh, when is this going to be ending? Because, you go, there's the inauguration of Deadman as president. Yeah. And it's like this whole thing. Die Hardman, as president. And he's talking about the unsung hero, which of course Sam sounds like, I don't want to listen to this. And he leaves. Yeah. But then freaking everyone comes up to you. He's like, oh, hey, about what happened and all this stuff. Here's my whole backstory.
And Die Hardman comes out with some of the worst acting in the game. And he's like crying about I don't even know what he's crying about. I just was like, whoa, this is really bad.
He's crying about the whole him having to shoot Clifford.
Yeah. Yeah, but it was just so bad.
Yeah.
Just so bad.
And then you go out. You get stopped by Deadman first. Then you get stopped by Die Hardman. Then you get stopped by...
I think Lochner talks to you.
I don't think she does.
Oh, I can't remember.
You get stopped by... You really... Sam really just like pushes Lochner and Mama away all the time.
Oh, yeah.
But she's like wanted to get in there and Sam's like, get out of here.
Yeah. Lochner did end up carrying the BB at one point. Mm-hmm. They gave her the baby, which I thought was nice.
Yeah, I like that too.
She didn't have her baby anymore.
And you get stopped by Fragile on the way out. And this is, you have to go dispose of your BB because it's dead. But then Deadman's like, oh, I've removed your cufflink. You're no longer linked to the thing. If it burns up, you'll no longer be connected. And maybe you can take your BB out of the thing and see what happens.
Yeah. Anyways, he takes it out and he's like trying to bring it back to life. And he does. And he's got Louise or whatever.
That scene it was very powerful, but it felt weird.
Yeah, it did feel weird too.
Yeah.
Also, like, why did he not burn the case for the BB? He burnt his cufflinks and then he leaves the case for the BB on the ground.
Yeah.
So weird. What else can we say about this? Oh, I will say that after I did beat it, I started a new game just because I wanted to see, like, if I noticed anything that linked up, Mm-hmm. And like I said, you see the 5 guys in the sky and whatever. But I also went through on my main save and I was like looking at all the hints because not all the hints pop up on the screen.
No.
So I was looking at them and there's like, wow, there's like things in here that would have been nice to know. For example, did you know that if you fire a gun through a blood cloud, it damages BTs? So like if you hit a BT with a grenade and he's like not going to die, mm-hmm. you can just shoot it and it'll kill it.
Huh.
Because the blood gets on the bullets.
Yeah.
And it was like...
Oh, just like regular bullets? Oh, yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, like why the fuck didn't it tell us that anywhere? There was another one too. I took a screenshot, but it didn't show up on my PlayStation app, so I can't remember what it was, but it was something similar where it was like, why didn't they tell us this like more in depth, you know?
I could have sworn I played this game more than you. But looking at the stats now, you definitely played way more than me.
Well, I don't know if I'm way more than you, but I have more likes. And
mm-hmm. I ended up with Porter grade 245.
Yeah.
You ended up with 291.
Yeah, but that's just because I made the roads. I got so many levels from roads.
Your total likes received was 224,823.
Yeah.
Mine was 106,847.
I'm playing the director's cut too, though.
So that's
there's
true.
Probably more people playing it than
probably
the base edition on PC. I don't know, though.
Oh, you only soothed BB 8 times.
If he's crying, fuck him. I don't care. He can go. He can go autotoxemia or whatever. It doesn't matter to me.
I soothed them 18 times.
I only had him go like toxic shock one time,
mm-hmm.
and it's like, okay, I'll go rest in the room. It doesn't matter. There's a lot of things that like from the first time I played that I didn't know that doesn't like for like soothing BB. I'd be like, oh, he's crying. Let me soothe him. Now it's just he'll stop crying on his own. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
The other thing too was like
and jumping, and he's like, ah.
Yeah. The other thing too was like the spray to fix your boxes and stuff. The first time I played, I thought, oh, if it'll just break eventually because of the rain.
Mm-hmm.
No, it doesn't break eventually because of the rain. It becomes damaged, and
Yeah.
then if you like fall and like break it and smash it and shit, then it'll break.
Yeah.
So the first time I played, I was always carrying around these sprays to fix my boxes, which you never fucking need.
No, I rarely use those. I used them like once or twice, and then like that was it. If I had one on me because I picked up somebody else's, then I would use it.
Yeah, basically. So I was looking into what the differences between your edition and the edition I had were. And there was things that, again, they don't ever tell you. Like, apparently, Sam can do drop kicks in the special edition.
Okay.
If you run at a guy, jump and attack, he'll do like a drop kick.
Oh, crazy.
Like a flying star press. It's like, I didn't know that. What else? So that mission where I said you could go into the bunker, that is only in the special edition. That was like the special edition or the director's cut when they did the reveal trailer where Sam, I don't know if you remember this, there's a scene where Sam hides in a box, very much Metal Gear style. That's from the director's cut.
Yeah.
They added another automobile that I never saw. There's like a roadster you can drive around in, like a sports car, which I never ever saw.
Mm-hmm.
The coloring of your BB was special edition.
Yep.
The all-terrain, not all-terrain, I don't even know what it was called, but there's another set of legs that you can only get in the director's cut.
That's like, and you get those legs earlier on in the game.
Yeah, that was the one that I found in the first area. Yeah, there's just all this stuff that they don't ever tell you. So in your version, they don't tell you how to really do a route. They say you can do it, but that's it. They don't ever say like, you should do it or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
In this one, in the first mission where you have to take, I think it's something to like the distribution center. It's like, oh, check out the routes. You can set your own, but we've given you 3 options to check out. And then you can look in the map and it shows you 3 routes they made out that you can choose how to get to where you want to go. I never really used routes anyways.
Yeah, no, me neither. I never even knew they were there.
Yeah, if you would like do the scan, it would put a line on the ground showing you where your route was so you can follow it. Because you can look on the map and be like, I want to go up this valley and climb up here. And
I made my own a couple times. Just at the start before when I was having to walk the entire time. But after that, I never really made any. Yeah. I would put a ping down if I wanted to go to one place, but that's it.
Yeah. I never really did either. Yeah. It didn't seem really worthwhile to me.
Okay. So in order to get, you got 2 S Legends.
Yes.
In your thing. And in order to get that, before you accept a standard delivery, you have to select premium delivery down in the tab with available deliveries. If you complete it right, you will get the rank.
Yes. Those were, it's just like a regular delivery, but you have to do it like 8 minutes or something like that. So I just did it to try it out.
Which doing it in 8 minutes, that's easy mode. It's like, time delivery, I got 45 minutes. Pfft,
yeah.
Come on.
I know.
What do you take me for? Just get on my bike, drive all the way there in 2 minutes. And
exactly.
It's like
done. What else?
I'm
sure there's something else here. Oh. So the other thing with, obviously we know now that in Death Stranding 2, Higgs is alive and he gets off the beach because Fragile's like, I want to take care of Higgs. Mm-hmm. So we give her a gun and she goes off with Higgs. And of course she can teleport now that we've taken care of everything. Yeah. And you hear a gun go off and say, oh, that's the end of that. And then we get back to the real world and she's like, I couldn't do it. I left him there. And now in Death Stranding 2, he's off the beach. Mm-hmm. So way to go, Fragile. That's the other thing too. You watched the Death Stranding 2 trailer just today.
I wasn't paying attention at all.
So the first thing is Fragile. Her body's fine in it because they show her her hand is out. Yeah. And she gets like,
she got de-aged.
She's got some juice on her hand and it gets old on that one spot. But in this one, she's like granny body, except her face. Yeah. And then they talk about how, I don't know what happens in Death Stranding 2 or whatever, but in the trailer, Sam says like, you're the one that shot Lou. And it's like, well, Lou got shot in the first one, but Lou was alive. So yeah. I don't know what's going on there.
Are they retconning everything?
Who knows? But I mean, we don't really know much about Does anything matter? And like, they're just going to switch it up any way they want. So it doesn't matter really. Yeah, I enjoyed the game more or less, but just Kojima needs like someone to rein him in.
Yeah, I think so. And they better spend more time on the driving physics.
Oh, I would hope
in
so.
part 2.
Yeah, it was pretty bad in this one.
Oh god, it was so bad. You'd like come off of a bridge
Yeah.
into like flat ground, but if the bridge was just angled the right way, you just hard stop, right?
Yeah.
Just bonk right on the ground. I'm like, it's got circular wheels on the front.
Yeah.
That's what they do.
I know. It's pretty bad. Yeah, especially just like be stuck on a rock. Somehow finally get over the rock, but it's like brakes don't work anymore, so you go shooting off the edge of a cliff.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Brakes didn't work.
Yeah, it was terrible.
It was just you had slicks, you'd hit the brakes, you just keep going, keep sliding,
yeah,
like
know.
Slam it in reverse, keep going.
Yeah. I only did like 2 of the missions you get from email, just because I never read the emails. Maybe there's more information. Maybe the game makes more sense if I read the emails. I don't know. But there are missions you can do in the emails, and I'm wondering what you get from them. Because the one was like from the distribution west of Port Knot City or Capital Knot City.
Yeah.
There's a mission to just rest in your room. Whatever. You do that. And then the other one was the guy's like, oh, I lost my package. It's just to the east of town. Follow the river. It's like a cube shaped thing. You won't miss it, right? So I was like, what is this? You probably did this one too. There's just a lost package that's the companion cube from Portal.
Oh, no, I didn't do that one.
Pick it up and then you get the Gordon glasses.
Nice.
So I had Gordon Freeman's glasses because of that. So I don't know if the other ones just give you cosmetics or whatever, but yeah, it was interesting to, because I was like, I don't remember doing this. And then as soon as I went over there, I was like, oh, I did do this. So
yeah, I didn't do any of those. I mean, if you
don't
have
to take them though, they just appear basically.
If you have to convey a lot of your storylines so things make sense through email, you've made
I don't mind if it's background information.
Yeah, if it's stuff that's not important,
lore stuff or whatever. I don't know if there's anything in there that matters to the gameplay really, because I didn't bother reading after like the first 4.
Yeah,
but like with Amelie explaining her whole death and splitting and everything like that, it's like, oh, any other like well-written movie or show, there would have been like an aha moment where it's like, oh, that's what's happening. Where it's this, it's like, no, I got to sit an hour learning about how her Ha and Ka split, and then her Bridget's body grew old, but she stayed the same, and we're the same but different, and it's just like, oh my fucking god.
Yes.
So, anyways, I'll probably play Death Stranding 2, maybe. I just don't want to play with a PlayStation controller.
Yeah.
The PS5 controller has a microphone in it. No, a speaker in it.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, so that's where fucking BB was crying to me from.
Yeah,
all the
I remember
time.
that. I was playing it on the PlayStation 4. I remember that.
Shut up. I don't want to hear your whining.
Yes.
Very annoying.
Yeah. Overall, God, I don't know, because there's so much bad about the game. But it was still extremely enjoyable to play.
Yeah, you'd think like the delivery aspect sounds stupid as hell.
Yeah.
But it's kind of interesting. And I enjoyed eventually, fighting the BTs and everything like that, even though it'd be like, fuck, I got to sneak through these goddamn BTs again. But then there's also like things there. It's like, what's the point of the gas mask? You literally use it once. One time. It's like, why even put that in there? Just because they wanted to show off particle effects? Yeah, I don't know. Because as soon as that showed up, I'm like, okay, there's going to be like poison areas I got to go through. Nope. Not at all.
I think the whole aspect of the deliveries while building a good network and building roads, doing all the ladders, the zip lines, all that kind of stuff, that was extremely enjoyable. Like just being able to like get a zip line network going and just going zip, delivered. Yeah. That was extremely fun.
The other thing too that I noticed after I beat it is if you go into your like bridge links thing, you probably never went in there. There'll be a list of people you've sort of interacted with. I've been in there, yeah. But if you actually like link with them, then you see more of their stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, I never did that because I never knew about it really. So if you go in there and you can like become a pal with somebody, and then you'll see like more of their buildings.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I just went with what I saw on the map, and that was it. So.
Yeah, I didn't really link with anybody. I mean, every time I died, I would go and touch somebody's body and be like, hey, let's link up a little bit since you're dead in the water.
That's not the linking I'm talking about.
No, but it's the same kind of deal. You get your link gets stronger so you can see more of their things.
Yeah, but you can like go and become like super buds.
Super buds?
Super buds.
Hey, you want to be super buds?
Yeah. So, anyways.
Yes.
This is something anyways.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, that's it for Game Club. Don't forget, we're going to be starting Deus Ex Mankind Divided next week.
Yes.
So make sure you join the Discord down below so that you can keep up with how many chapters, how many missions, how many whatever the heck it's going to be that we're playing.
Yeah, I don't know how it's going to work.
It is mission based.
Yeah.
And it is chapter based. So there are a bunch of missions per chapter, and then there's a bunch of sub missions you can do within that chapter.
Yeah.
So it'll probably be an X amount of storyline missions that we'll play.
Yes.
So make sure you join the Discord and keep up with that, because it's kind of based on how much I can play in a time,
yeah.
which is going to be more
Infinite
difficult.
Amounts. Oh, less amounts. Less amounts.
It could be less amounts. I don't know. I'm probably going to start playing today.
Okay.
After.
Mm-hmm.
And that's going to bring us to the end of this podcast. If you like what you heard, and I know that you did, make sure to leave us a thumbs up, leave us a like, rate us, let us know how we're doing. Just reach out and poke one of us and be like, hey man, I like your podcast.
Oh yeah,
you guys are doing great.
Oh, thank you.
Or be like, hey man,
you suck.
You suck.
Delete yourself from the internet.
Delete yourself.
KYS in Minecraft.
Yeah. And we will see you guys again. In 1 week's time.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye-bye.